Welcome to CCN Midday News. I am your host, Captivating Christian, and here are some of your top stories for today, May 12th. Unreleased White House reports show that coronavirus rates have spiked in the heartland communities. Social distancing arrest targeting people of color. NAACP leader in Tennessee finds target in front yard. And 8 years after Trayvon Martin, another 17-year-old is killed in the Sanford, Florida area. Stand your ground case. A North Carolina deputy led armed group to black teen's home, lawyers claim. And Democrats set to take steps towards virtual convention. Let's get coronavirus infection rates are spiking to new heights in several metropolitan areas and smaller communities across the country. According to undisclosed data the White House Pandemic Task Force is using to track the rates of infection, which was obtained by NBC News. The data contained in a May 7th Coronavirus Task Force report are at odds with President Donald Trump's Monday declaration that all throughout the country the numbers are coming down rapidly. The 10 areas saw a surge of 72.4% or greater over a 7-day period compared to prior weeks, according to a set of tables produced for the task force by its data and analytics unit. They included Nashville, Tennessee, Des Moines, Iowa, Amaretto, Texas, and atop the list with a 650% increase is Central City, Kentucky. On a separate list of locations to watch, which didn't meet the criteria for the first set, was Charlotte, North Carolina, Kansas City, Missouri, Omaha and Lincoln, Nebraska, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Montgomery, Alabama, Columbus, Ohio, and Phoenix, Arizona. The rates of new cases in Charlotte and Kansas City represent an increase of more than 200%. Since shelter-in-place orders were implemented throughout the U.S., there have been a growing number of videos showing police using excessive violence when arresting people of color for social distancing violations. In San Diego, a black woman was arrested for walking her dog in Ocean Beach on May 1st. The video of the arrest shows 3 officers repeatedly slamming the woman to the ground while putting handcuffs on her. In Los Angeles, police adorned riot gear and formed a line with their batons to displace a large birthday party gathering in the city Black Hyatt Park neighborhood in late March, according to the video that was taken at the gathering. In New York City, several videos of excessive violence, social distancing arrests of people of color have gone viral. This has come in sharp contrast to other viral videos of photos of police in white neighborhoods within the cities calmly handing out masks to park goers. While racial breakdowns of many localities arrest record have not been made public as of yet, early data out of New York City show that social distancing policies is falling heaviest on black people and other communities of color. Arrest data released late Thursday by the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office shows that between March 17th and May 4th, 40 people were arrested for violating the city's social distancing order. Of those 40 arrests, 35 were black, 4 were Latino, and 1 was white. More than a third of the arrests came in through primarily black Brownsville neighborhoods. The Brooklyn District Attorney told the New York Times that he's reviewing the arrest to to determine if charges are necessary. At this point in the pandemic, his office has declined to prosecute misdemeanor cases that do not involve public safety threats, including social distancing arrests. A NAACP chapter president in Tennessee who found a target in his front yard over the weekend said on Sunday that police intentionally dismissed the idea that the object could have signaled a potential threat. Kenneth Caldwell, a pastor who has led the Nashville chapter of the civil rights organization for 2 years, told NBC News that he found the bullseye atop a folded stand outside of his home on Saturday night. Someone had climbed over his locked fence to put it there, he said. Caldwell also went on to say that he wasn't sure who did it, but he called a non-emergency number for the Metro Nashville Police Department to file a report. A responding officer asked him why it was there, Caldwell said. And he continued on to say, "I said, that's what I'm calling for." Caldwell went on to say that the officer said that it was pretty cool. Caldwell then went on to say that he had told the officer that he viewed the target as a threat, and the officer told him, "I'm a black man," and he told the officer, "I am a black man in this country. I am the president of the NAACP." And he still was dismissive, the officer. The officer left, Caldwell said, and then when published a Facebook post about the incident. The police spokesperson didn't immediately respond to the request for comment, but in a statement for the department told the Nashville Public Radio that the officer's conduct is under review. The family of a 17-year-old young man who was fatally shot in the back by a homeowner during an alleged car break-in in Sanford, Florida, has hired Mark O'Mara, the attorney who represented George Zimmerman. Zimmerman, who shot and killed another 17-year-old by the name of Trayvon Martin in the same city back in 2012. He was acquitted of all charges after he claimed self-defense. In the new case O'Mara has taken, he was representing the family of Adrian Green, who was killed before 2 a.m. on Tuesday after police say he attempted to burglarize a vehicle in a gated community. The homeowner, was on the phone with the 911 operator reporting a possible home burglary when he fired 2 shots at Green, which can be heard on the 911 call released by police. A North Carolina sheriff deputy and another man faced criminal charges after leading an armed group to the home of a black teenager. The group, led by former New Hanover County Sheriff Deputy Jordan Keita, arrived May 3rd at the home of Damian Shepard, a senior at Langley High School in Wilmington. The teenager was playing video games when he answered a knock at the door and was met with Keita, who was flanked by 2 men holding a shotgun and semi-automatic assault rifles, respectively. The group of about 15 people, all white, were behind him, said Shepard's lawyer. The group tried to unsuccessfully force their way into the home of Shepard, who was black. They were reportedly looking for a 15-year-old by the name of Lakita Kempistry, who had gone missing earlier that day. She had later been found alive. Democrats are making new moves towards the viral presidential nomination convention in August, with party officials preparing to grant the convention organizers in Milwaukee the authority to design an event that won't require delegates to attend in person amidst the coronavirus pandemic. The top party officials discussed the plan ahead of Tuesday's virtual meeting of the Democratic National Convention committee rules. The officials have spoken on conditions of anonymity to discuss moves that still require approval by the committee and the DNC 447 members. Once again, thank you for watching CCN Midday News. Hope you enjoy. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also hit that notification button so you will never miss another news update. Have a great day. Peace.